so what we're going to do today is we're going to build a steel multifunctional workbench for the Smithy. It's patiently waiting back over there behind the old 49 Chevy. And I went to the scrap metal place yesterday and scored. They had just what I needed laying around. I was able to pick up all the steel you see here, plus a couple more little pieces I didn't need for this project for $50. So, man, that was a big time score. So, these pieces here will be the legs. Some of this is going to be bracing. This is going to be the long pieces that make the top and the bottom rectangle. All of that. Went to Lowe's, picked me up a couple of small toolboxes that are going to be set into the workbench. So this thing's going to turn out pretty good. It's going to be a big project, just building this. It's going to take several days. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get to work, but I'm not going to try to video everything, but I am going to set up the camera to do a time lapse of the work, and I'll stop that and go back to recording when we get to something that's important, where I need to maybe share something with you or show you something. So let's get to work. All right. We've been working hard this morning. It's done in the afternoon now. It's about 4 o'clock, I reckon. So I've got everything tacked together here. This is the outer frame, of course. Got the legs, cross pieces, top pieces, bottom pieces. Everything's just tacked real good with the MIG welder. So when I flipped it over and I got, the bottom side down, the top side up. So let's go measure from corner to corner, corner to corner. And it was a little out of square. I was getting a measurement from here to here of about 74 3/4, and a measurement from here to here of over 75. So I just put my ratchet strap on there. Listen, these things are great for, when you need to pull things together, square stuff up, use your ratchet strap. It works great. So I just real carefully ratcheted it up, and now I'm 75 from here to here, and 75 from here to here. So what I'll do is I'll take now, and I'm just going to put some more welds in here to kind of hold it in that position, lock it in good. Then I'll probably flip it over and see if the bottom is square. Okay? All right, so so this is kind of where we are at the end of the day. It's getting late. It's a little after 8 o'clock. I'm going to sit out here in the recliner and I'm going to watch the Clemson Tigers, put it on Miami hopefully, and enjoy the game and just kind of relax and take it easy the rest of this evening. But I've got basically the bench is built. I've got the top of it set up, and if you notice that some of these are on odd angles, well, that's so that the lathe, when it's well, the Smithy is bolted down. That's where the bolt holes will line up and hit these cross braces, so that this bolted directly to the frame. I've got some little pieces of angle iron in here. So tomorrow I'm going to locate these holes for the lathe, get them drilled. I'm going to cut wood to go on top of here, so it's going to have a wood layer. Then the Smithy go on top of it and bolt it straight through to the frame. Okay, but the lathe won't go on it tomorrow by no means. I'll get the top finished out, ready to be bolted on, and then down here where the toolboxes are, and I've just kind of got these mopped up right now. The toolboxes are going to be up and out a little bit more. They're going to be flush out here. So I've got to work on the bottom tomorrow also and get how they're going to be setting in there and what holds them in place. Get all that done. So I'm hoping by the end of the day tomorrow to have it all welded out, top and bottom, and be ready to paint it, have it painted, maybe just with some black Rust-Oleum or whatever, and let it dry overnight. I'll have it sit back up here somewhere out of Mama's way so she can park and be moving along. See you tomorrow. All right, welcome back. All right, so I worked hard all weekend, all day Saturday, good part of the day Sunday. Got this workbench for the Smithy welded up. Still got to paint it and everything, but I got it all welded up. Got the pan on top of it, which locates the holes. So I've got the holes drilled already in the frame. And I got my toolboxes in here that just slide right in up against the stop. And I worked pretty hard Sunday on this, being able to take the casters on and off, because I don't want it to permanently have wheels under it. I want to be able to roll it out where I want to use it at, if not in a permanent location, but be able to roll it out and raise the table up, take the wheels off, slide these casters out. They work kind of like a reese hitch in a way. You just unbolt them, back a bolt out, and they slide out. Put them away. Then let the bench back down and level it. All right, so how I'm going to achieve raising and lowering the bench and leveling it, putting it where I want to work, is I'm inside these legs. There's going to be another leg like this. It's going to go down inside here, like so. Okay, and on top there's going to be like a bolt head. Threaded rod's going to go into a nut here, and you back the rod out, so to speak, and it pushes the leg down. Turn the bolt clockwise, and it raises the leg up. That's how there'll be this on all four corners, and that's how I will raise the thing up, take the wheels off, let it back down, and level it up. So that's the plan. So we're going to keep working on this. I've got everything sawed out to make these. I'm waiting on some thrust bearings to come in the mail. Should be here in a day or two, and then we'll get this part here finished. Then work on getting it painted and all that. So this evening what I'm going to do is the crate that the Smithy came in. There's a piece of wood here, and there's a piece on some sawhorses there. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut one of the big sides of that crate and put it on this top here. Let me get you a little closer. All right, so the Smithy is going to be bolted to the frame. Okay, the wood is just to fill up the holes. It's not going to have any part of the structure of it. But this pan is just sitting here. Okay, it's just sitting here. I use it to line up the holes and drill the holes in these cross braces that the machine is actually going to be bolted down to. All right, so tonight I'm going to use the wood that was in the crate that the Smithy came in. And I'm going to take that and cut it and put it on top here. And I'm probably going to end up cutting a piece to go on the back as well. All right, so here's the part of the crate I was telling you about. You can see it's got the name and all them blazoned on it, but I'm just going to measure it out, pop some lines on it, get my skill saw, and saw this thing up. we've got the wood cut. We're going to pull this off. We're going to set it on there and just kind of give it a look, see how it looks. Perfect. All right, I'm liking that. That looks good. See, now just sit there, and we get the Smithy in here, and come around with some screws maybe, and shoot into it. Kind of get the sides of it held down. And in the meantime, I'm going to wipe it down, and I'm going to coat it with some polyurethane clear that I have, so that at least it looks decent, what little bit you see of it. And I got to pour the toolboxes out, and I'll mark the holes, or drill the holes back up through there where the Smithy will bolt to, okay? All right, we've got a real good thick coat of polyurethane on this thing, and I mean thick, but you know how plywood is. It'll just soak up that first cut, that first coat. It'll just soak it right up, and that's why I just laid it on there thick and just used, you know, some shop towels to just mop it on there. I'm not going to ruin a paintbrush doing this. I'm just going to smear it on there, and I'm going to take it over here to throw it on top of the workbench, and we'll just let it sit there and dry overnight. All right, there she is. All right, so we'll just let this thing sit here and dry overnight. I'm going to take some measurements back here of the back panel, the other side of the big board that has Smithy wrote on it. So I'm going to put it on the back here. Okay, so next up, we need to come in here and just cut some of these scrap pieces of the crate, and I'm going to put here behind the toolboxes so that I can store some items back here, maybe the things I don't use that often, but want to get them out of my way and keep them with the bench. I'll put a piece of plywood back here. I'm going to leave the sides open here, okay? I'm going to leave this open so that I can take the wheels on and off. I'll pitch them back here, but this back part I'm going to enclose in. I'm going to take the other side panel that's got the big Smithy emblem on it and all that. I like it. And I'm going to put that back here, and it's going to be screwed on, okay? But right now I just need to get it sawed out and get it coated with polyurethane. All right, so that's where we're going next. So here we go. I got the back done, I got the top done, everything's in place. I'm liking reusing the parts of the crate, especially the parts that had their name on it and all that. I think it's pretty cool, and so I'm enjoying it. So all that's going to come back off eventually, and I'm going to paint the entire frame black, and I guess black, and get ready to mount the Smithy on it in a few days. But before then, we're going to do a short video showing the adjustable legs that we're going to make. So that's coming up next. So thank you for joining me.